So, New Year's Eve. Time to release the old in order to receive the new. So this is a wonderful time to reflect on the past year and reflect on what habits and patterning was working for you and what you maybe want to let go of for 2022. Because we have a limited mental storage space on our hard drive. And when we are full of old programs, which could also be called habits or ways of thinking, then there's no room for anything new to fit, new experiences, new opportunities, and prosperity. So we need to clear out all that old stuff in order to make room for the new. Release to receive. And we practice in here, in the studio, in our homes, where we feel safe and supported so that we are able to see our old patterns and programming out there in the world when we're, just going about our lives. So first we must shine the light of awareness so that we may see what needs to change. And then we change it. Easy, right? Okay, so today the quest begins by physically releasing your body with a yin practice. So that's long holds, gentle, patient. And then we'll seal practice with a Kundalini meditation to release your addiction to your former self. And your former self is the old version of you that put the pattern that may not be serving you there in the first place. So we're just gonna let that go. That's enough talking. Let's begin. Bring your palms together, please. Close your eyes so that your focus is on the inside. And once you have some heat created, draw that heat right into your heart center, thumbs to sternum. Press your palms together evenly. And take a cleansing breath in through your nose and also out through your nose. One more, please. Inhale for Om. Keep your eyelids heavy and let your hands rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your body. What does it feel like this morning? Are there any tense spots that you perhaps need to honor during our practice today? Gently shake your head no to release your neck. And come back to center and gently nod your head yes. Gentle stretch for your thyroid. And come back to center. Remember that whatever pose we go into today, meet yourself where you're at. This is the best way to create space for the new experiences and prosperity that is awaiting you. So let's take any props out of the way that you may have been sitting on and come to all fours, please. We'll begin with some spine flex. So knees are beneath your hips, hands are beneath your shoulders or perhaps a little bit wider if that's more comfortable. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. With this inhale, gently stretch your throat and lift your hips. Exhale, press navel to spine, chin comes down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. So this is our cat-cow pose. So find a rhythm or a tempo that feels good for you. Maybe faster or slower than my tempo. Breathe a little bit deeper than you think you should. Get that fresh oxygen, that fresh prana way down into that bottom third of your lungs that we rarely tap into. And then find an organic rhythm. Spine flex not only releases the spine, but it stimulates your entire glandular system. So that's your hormones. It's how you experience the world. A lot of that is determined by how your hormones are firing. So this is a great way to bring them into balance. Releasing any notion of what this should look like and just allowing yourself to simply be. Breath is a little deeper now. With this next inhale, stretch your throat, lift your hips, and expand through your entire front body. Expanding your heart center. Exhale, press. Now, expand out through the back of your heart and your entire back body. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, sit back on your heels for child's pose. And you can draw your palms together, bring your forehead towards the earth. And if it doesn't want to go all the way down, you can just put a little support there so that you can completely release your weight to the earth. Allow gravity to help you move all that good prana we just created and stimulated within your spine all the way up to your third eye, your pituitary gland, or pineal gland. And if you have any stray thoughts or mental chatter, just imagine it all going down like a root system, flooding out of your third eye down into the earth beneath you to be transmuted. And you may find one of two things. You may find that this is a little bit maybe intense for you, and you might want to add a support, back off a little bit. Or you might find the opposite, that it feels really nice and you just want to slither right down into the earth. And now, if it's more comfortable, you can turn your head to one side, as we'll hold this pose for another few moments. Wide-legged child's pose. And now if you'd like to widen your arms, that's fine too. Find a way that you can be in this shape where you can release your body and completely relax. Allow your breath to slow and deepen. May I be free of fear and suffering. If your head is turned to one side, now would be a good time to turn it to the other side. Notice if your eyes are closed or if they're open and perhaps getting distracted by some of the objects in the room. And if so, just gently allow your eyelids to fall, to close, and bring your attention to the inside. There may be objects in the room, but there's also space between the objects. And with this yin practice, this is what we're aiming for within our bodies. So there's objects, organs, veins, blood vessels and stuff all in the body. But there's also the space between them. And focus on that space now and creating more of it. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. If your head is turned to one side, just come back to center for a moment. And if you have a support like me, just gently put it out of the way so there's room to twist this wide-legged child's pose. So take your right hand and feed it underneath your left arm, palms up. And you can just rest your head on your other hand or something that feels comfortable. Gentle twist here. This pose is, this first series of poses we're doing is focusing on the lung and heart meridians. Meridians are just like pathways in your body that bring information from one point to another. So right now we're focused on the heart and lung meridians. Grief can be held in the lungs, So the mantra here is, I release grief to receive courage. Courage is the heart. I release grief to receive courage. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. With this next inhale, gently unwind. Exhale, thread your other arm underneath the armpit, palm up. I release grief. I receive courage. One more deep inhale in this shape. Full exhale. Inhale, gently unwind. And as you exhale, slither down onto your belly and slowly bring your knees together. Stack your hands so that you can rest your forehead on them. And we'll take a couple breaths in this neutral position in order to let the energy run through your body. And if you notice any mental chatter, simply acknowledge it and then release it. Notice the thought first, and then focus on the space between the thoughts. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. With this inhale, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, Sphinx pose. And gently draw your head up so that you're gazing towards the horizon. And completely release the muscles in your butt and your legs and your low back. So in the yin practice, the first thing we do is find an edge. So find your edge, that place where you meet sensation, but it's not too overwhelming. And then the second principle of yin is that we resolve to stay a while. Or resolve to be still, which can take some discipline. And then we stay a while. Okay, so here's option 2. If you want to find your edge, you didn't quite find it in Sphinx. We can put a prop under the elbows. They're still underneath the shoulders. Bring your palms together here. Another option is you can let your forehead rest in the heels of your hands like this. And if you still haven't found an edge and you'd like to go a little bit deeper, then we can turn this into a seal pose by lengthening your arms and extending them out like tent pegs. Little less intensity, bring the hands farther forward. Little more intensity, bring them closer towards you. Creating some healthy stress in the bones in your low back with this pose. So these long, deep holds where we find our edge, resolve to be still, and then stay a while. This is so healthy for your bones and for strengthening your bones. And if you notice any tension anywhere in your body, release. Easiest to do on an exhale. May I be free of fear and suffering. And you may find one of two things, that you want to go a little deeper, or perhaps you want to back off a little bit. Find your sweet spot, and then find stillness. May I be free of fear and suffering. May I be free. May I be. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. This is a fairly intense pose, so exit it slowly. If you have a bolster or a prop, gently slide it out of the way. Stack your wrists once more so that you can rest your forehead on them. Allow the energy to move. You just get out of the way and breathe. May I be. Okay, bring your palms underneath your shoulders once more. Inhale and gently press up and back. Do whatever your body calls you to do as we transition from the lung heart meridian to the liver gallbladder meridian. Let's find tabletop, please. All fours. Sleeping swan or pigeon pose is next. Bring your right knee up to your right wrist. And then lever your foot up so that your right foot is close to your left wrist. Any discomfort in your knee, and back off a little bit and bring the foot closer to your groin. If you'd like to go a little deeper to find your edge, that place where you meet sensation, you can gently bring your right foot up a little bit more. But be mindful, sometimes what happens is our hips open to the side in this pose, and it's not quite what we're going for. So we want the hips to face forward. And this is a great place where you can fill the space with your blanket. So if you need to put a little blanket under one of your hips in order to get them even, fill the space. And if this pigeon pose is just absolutely not working for your knees at all, we need to honor that. So your option is to roll onto your back for supine pigeon. So from tabletop, same thing. Well, similar. We cross the one ankle over the other knee like this. And you can interlace your fingers behind your thigh and gently pull forward. And you'll get the same effect, same benefit as this more traditional pigeon pose. And if you'd like, you can put your support in front of you. Left leg is right behind your hip. Gently ease your hips forward. Inhale and do a ripple all the way up your spine. Exhale, release down towards the earth. In option one, you can have your elbows on your prop here, perhaps resting your forehead on your thumbs. That first principle of yin, find your edge, that place where you meet sensation, but it's not overwhelming. My edge today is a little deeper. Second principle, resolve to be still. Third principle, stay a while. Bring your attention to your breath. When your mind starts to wander, use the breath as an anchor, a point of mental focus to keep you in your body. Notice if you're holding anywhere, if you're tense anywhere, and if so, release on an exhale. The liver, gallbladder meridians. So up the legs. May I release anger. That's the liver. May I release anger to receive compassion. May I release anger to receive compassion. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. Inhale and gently lift your torso a little. We'll turn this into a twist. So bend your back knee. Gently open your hips to the side now. We're switching it up. So we're facing the side, and take your elbow and just put it anywhere where it fits, anywhere where it feels comfortable. For me, it's in the crook of my foot, but for you, it might be somewhere else. We got rock, paper with our hands. Gently press. Make sure you've got this perpendicular line with your elbows. Gently press into the earth in order to twist up towards the sky. Receive a deep inhale. Release a full exhale. One more, please. Gently unwind. Bring your front foot a little closer to your groin and ease your way back to all fours. Perhaps we'll do a little movement through your spine in order to release. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So from tabletop, bring your left knee up to your left wrist now. Left foot comes towards right wrist. Send your right leg back. And if there's a little space anywhere, use your blanket to fill the space so that you can fully release into the earth. Find your edge, that place where you meet sensation, but it's not overwhelming. Once you've found your edge, resolve to be still. Still in your body, still in your mind. Quiet. And now, we'll stay a while. If you haven't quite found your edge, get those wiggles out, and then we'll stay a while. I release anger to receive compassion. Deepen your breath. Bring the breath down into that bottom third of your lungs. Inhale all that fresh oxygen. That oxygen goes through your blood to your organs and keeps everything working optimally. So inhale as much of it as you can. And exhale all that stuff you don't need anymore. Receive the fresh oxygen on an inhale.
Release the old stagnant oxygen on an exhale. May I be free of fear and suffering. May I be free May I be.
Deepest inhale. Gently bring your hands under your shoulders and roll up. Full exhale. We'll do that twist on the other side now. So bending your back knee, gently opening up to the side. I apologize, I'm not facing you for this one. Take your elbow to the earth wherever it fits. Rock, taper your hands. Gentle twist up, inhale. And exhale. One more. With this next inhale, gently unwind. You can swing your back leg around. We'll do in yin we call this half shoelace pose or half cow face pose. So let's start with extending both legs in front of you. There we go. And then bend your right knee and then cross it over your left leg like this. If you need, fill the space. Anywhere you need space filled so that you can fully release your body. We'll come to a little twist here. So you may want to take a bolster to, or pardon me, forward fold. You may want to take a bolster to rest your forehead on like this. Or perhaps you have a little bit more depth before you meet your edge this morning. Do what you need to do to find your edge. And once you've found it, resolve to be still. Still in your body, still in your mind, like this beautiful winter scene behind me, still and quiet. I release anger to receive compassion. This is the liver, gallbladder meridians here, the back of your leg and the hips. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. With this inhale, gently roll up. Take that support out of the way. Uncross your legs and extend both of them. Maybe give them a little wiggle if you need. Just relax for a moment before we switch sides. open the pathway, and now we allow the energy or the information to run through it. And when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So bend your left knee, cross it over the right. If you need to fill the space anywhere so that your knees feel supported, do so now. If you need that bolster, let's arrange ourselves and find your edge. Resolve to be still, and then we'll stay a while. Use the breath as an anchor if your mind starts to wander. I release anger to receive compassion. Deepest inhale, roll up. Full exhale. When you're ready, gently unwind and extend your legs. You've opened the pathway, now allow the information to run through it. Stillness. And when you're ready, we'll do a double pigeon pose here. So bend your right leg. Option one is we'll just have cross-legged. So right leg and then left leg in front. Option one is here. Option two is, we'll put the left ankle on the right knee. That little fleshy bit is a really nice place to put that little ankle bone. And if you're anything like me, you might have to fill the space here in between your knee and your other leg. We want to make sure the knees feel happy and healthy. So any discomfort on the knees, and you can just roll onto your back into that supine pigeon pose we did earlier. And then from here, inhale, lengthen your spine and lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward. And you can have your bolster here if you need. Or you can bring your hands to the earth. Wherever you are, gently press back. And this should intensify this shape a little bit for you. And you can let your head just relax. We're focused on the hips and the back of the legs. May I be free of fear and suffering. May I be free. May I be. And once you've been in a shape for a little bit, you may find that you can go a little deeper, remove that support, or you may find the opposite, and they're both totally okay and normal. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. Inhale and gently walk your hands back. Exhale. Use your hands to ease your legs out of this shape. Extend them. Do what you need to do to find comfort and space. And then we'll switch sides. So this time, option 1 is the left leg is closest in and the right leg is in front. Option 2, we can stack the right ankle on the left knee, that little fleshy bit. It's ankle to knee on both sides. Fill the space if you need, so that you can fully release your body. And when you're ready, inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold forward. Perhaps using your support. Press back gently. Find your edge. Resolve to be still. And we'll stay a while. Notice the sensations in your body. If there's any tense spots, send your breath there with the intention of expanding. Focus on the space between the objects. The objects in your body and your mind. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. Inhale and gently walk your hands back towards your body. Exhale, relax. Remove your supports if you use them. Use your hands to gently coax your legs out of this shape. And just totally relax and take a deep breath. Inhale and come on back up. I'm just gonna let someone into the Zoom room. You stay where you are. There we go. Seated forward fold is next. So keep your legs extended in front of you. Welcome, Lorna, and Lorna. Thank you so much for joining. Seated forward fold, legs are extended. You may want to take your support and put it on your ankles to rest your forehead on. Or perhaps you'll have an edge in a slightly different shape. So find your edge. Once you've found that edge, that place where you meet sensation, but it's not too overwhelming, resolve to be still. And then we'll stay a while. Receive a deep inhale. Release a full exhale. May I be free of fear and suffering. May I be free. May I be. Use the breath as an anchor if the mental chatter tries to come in. Bring your awareness to the sensations in your body to keep you out of your head. I release grief to receive courage. Letting go of any tension, any tight spots, focusing on the space between. The space between the physical sensation and also the space between the thoughts. deepest inhale as you roll up very slowly. Exhale, relax. Maybe bounce your knees if that feels good. We've opened the pathway. Now just allow some space for the information to move through. And as we wind down practice today together, let's slither down onto the ground, onto the floor. Bend your right knee, send it across for a twist. And if you need, fill the space so that you can fully release your body, fully release that tension into the earth. And to incorporate that heart-lung meridian, so the right knee is crossed over, we'll bring the right arm out and up on a diagonal. This meridian runs all the way from the pinky finger to your heart. And let your head just rest wherever feels good for you in this moment. Perhaps taking your left hand to the top of your right leg for just a little extra weight. I release grief to receive compassion. This practice not only focuses on the bones, on the organs, but also the fascia, the connective tissue that houses your organs. And that tissue and the deep muscle release takes time, which is why we resolve to be still and to stay a while. So let's stay in this shape for 3 more of the longest, deepest breaths you've ever taken. When you're ready, gently unwind. Take a moment in center before we switch sides. Open the pathway, then allow the information or the energy to run through. Eyelids are heavy so that your focus is on you. When you're ready, bend your left knee, Gently send it over for a twist. And to bring this pose into the lung heart meridian from pinky to hearts, extend your left arm up on a diagonal. Open that pathway. If you need, fill the space underneath your knee or even under your shoulder perhaps, depending. You can take your right arm to the top of your left thigh for some gentle weight. And let your head rest wherever feels good. Get that breath, that oxygen way down into the bottom third of your lungs. Fill up your lungs. That's where the grief can hide. Fill up your lungs with fresh air, with space. And then release the grief on an exhale. Receive the compassion through your heart on an inhale. Releasing the tension from your body. With every breath. Deepest inhale. Full exhale. Once more, please. When you're ready, gently unwind back to center. Perhaps do a little windshield wiper with your knees to release your hips. That twist. And then we'll just hug the knees into the chest. Hug them both in. Gentle pulse. And from here, release your legs down to the bottom of your mat for our final rest, our Shavasana. And you may want to put a bolster under your knees to create some more comfort in your low back. Allow the legs to widen a little. Bring your hands to the back of your neck and gently lengthen before releasing your head back down. And option one is you can have your hands by your sides, palms up. Or if you'd like to release a little bit more through those heart-lung meridians, you can take pentacle pose by bringing both arms up on a diagonal to open up the armpits. So find a shape that works for you, where you can completely let go. Bring your awareness to your feet. Thank you, feet, for supporting me through my life. Release any tension in your feet. Bringing your attention, your awareness up through your ankles now. Your ankles which feel spacious and clear, strong. Bring your attention up through the lower legs, releasing and relaxing as you go, melting into the earth beneath you. Bringing your awareness into your knees now. Your knees which feel pristine and healthy. And then let go of the knees. Melting like a puddle onto the floor. Bringing your awareness up through your thighs now, releasing as you go. Bringing the attention into your hips, the fronts of your hips. Release. Find your way to the center of your hips. Swimming towards a center that just keeps opening. Just keeps opening and blossoming like a flower. And let go your hips. Relax your low belly and your low back. Release all the muscles that wrap around your rib cage and your mid-back. Feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades float up towards your heart, and as this happens, the chest broadens. The collarbones drift away from one another. Release your shoulders, arms, and wrists. From the wrist to the center of the palm, release. From the center of the palm to the fingertips, release. Feel the front of your throat as cool and clear. And relax the back of your neck. Release the tension from your jaw and your tongue. And feel the tension around your eyes and temples just melt away. Relax your forehead smooth. And then from the very tip top of your head, all the way down to your toes, release. Let go your body. Allow all the thoughts to just fall at the back of your head and empty your brain. Whole brain empty. Whole body empty. Now, lose the container itself. Feel yourself merge with the elements, with heat, light, air, water, and space. Feel space. We are healing ourselves. We are healing each other. We are healing planet Earth, our mother. At this time we're assigned to align with the divine, to hold the conduit open for love to arise. We are healing ourselves. We are healing each other. We are healing planet Earth, our mother. Come back to your body now. Wake yourself up with one breath. Inhale. You're lighting all the lamps in the house. You're back home. Exhale. Feels good. Bring some small movements back to your body. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Nod your head gently from side to side. And then do something that feels real good. Maybe a big morning stretch. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, get that support out of the way. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe have a little rock and roll. You can come onto one side for a moment. Keep your eyelids closed so that your focus is on the inside. Don't come all the way back to the world just yet. Very slowly, very kindly, bring yourself to a comfortable seat. Keeping your attention on the inside, and notice where your breath is in your body. Notice the quality of your breath, and also the quality of your thoughts and your energy. We'll seal practice today with a Kundalini meditation. This is called the meditation for habituation. And this is a good way to release the old habits, patterns, or ways of thinking so that you have the capacity to create new ones that serve the current version of you, not whatever old version created the pattern in the first place. So how we do it is we take the fingers to the finger pads to the palms like this and extend the thumbs. And then bring your thumbs to your temples and bite down your molars. Nothing too hard, but so that you feel something moving under your thumbs. Keep your armpits wide, shoulders down. So this will take 3 minutes today. The mantra is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So with the inhale, we mentally vibrate the sounds Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, biting your molars down each time to create that movement under your thumbs. Same thing on the exhale, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Eyes are closed, focus is on the third eye, that point between your eyebrows. You're on the clock, so let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. If you experience any physical discomfort, acknowledge it and then let it go. Persevere till you get to the other side. You're doing a wonderful job. You have 1 minute left. Deepest inhale, hold the shape. Squeeze in and up, suspend your breath, set the frequency. Exhale, release. Release the pose, release the breath. And just breathe. This is a wonderful meditation to do. Try for 40 days in a row to release old patterns, conscious and subconscious. With this inhale, bring your arms out and up. Exhale, palms together down your center line to your heart. May you shine the light of awareness on your shadows so that you see what needs to change. Then bravely create the action needed to change it. Happy New Year. Inhale for Om. Allow that vibration to resonate throughout your system. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Sat Nam. Okay, gently flutter your eyelids open. Come back to the room, back to the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you on Instagram, I haven't been able to see any comments because I'm too far back. But thanks for being here, and I wish for you all the happiest 2022, where all the opportunities present themselves to you to get you what you need, get you what your soul craves.